and men are not taught to be married by 21, 25. They taught to be married older.
Yes.
If he has children and he's never married the baby mom, that's a deal breaker for me. He has to make at least 150K. Your standards have already been higher than what you've even, deserved all this time. So humble yourself, King.
Breakers, I can't do girls with babies and baby father drama.
So this man introduced her to his mom as his wife. Hey guys, welcome back to More to Life. Before I get into this video, I ask that you like, comment, subscribe. Also, smash that notification bell just to be sure you get on my videos as soon as I release them. I see most of you guys aren't subscribed, so when you get a chance, if you like my content, which I'm sure you love it, be sure to click that notification bell and be sure to subscribe. Let's get right into this.
I'm just saying, don't get too serious with one guy so young. We be ready to be married by 21, 23. We ready.
It should be.
But men.
Yeah, and the guy's right? You see what she said? We'd be ready to get married by 22, 23, and the guy said, and you should be. Now, men have learned. A lot of men have learned over time and through experience and also from others, right? It's best for a woman to get married at the tender age of 22, 23. And then the woman turn around and say, I want a man making this certain amount. And then men will say, that's why you need to marry up. And usually that happens with marrying an older guy. See, a young woman like her that expect a man to make 100,000 and then turn around and say, I don't want a 40-year-old man. I don't want a 30-year-old man. Not realizing that's her best bet to live the life she wants and will she be most happy.
And men are not taught to be married by 21, 25. They taught to be married older.
Yes.
So it's not, that's what I'm saying. We got to fix it earlier though.
Like, you're saying that as a woman we should settle down at 25 or 23, and then but the men that we should settle down with should be what, 35, 36. So we have to now the men that we're settling with are going to be like kind of ramped through.
They're not even settled down by 36.
They're not.
Let's talk about 40 and up.
Yeah, they're barely settled down at 30. So what as a woman? So I should deal with his arthritis.
You got to
At 40 years old, guys are not getting arthritis. I'm 43. Do I look like I'm getting arthritis? Guys don't have arthritis at 43. Not even 50. Some people may, that's someone that's not keeping themselves healthy. Get with a healthy foot. Men are getting a lot healthier nowadays. Well, I can't say that in the US, but when guys are not in US, they tend to be healthier. But don't get with a man that got arthritis if you don't want a man that looks old.
Yeah, I'm still fine. When I'm young, I should still have my man to be young and fine too.
You fuck your men age like wine typically, and women age like milk. Let's just keep it a buck on the show. Except for like a buck on the show. So when it comes to women, most men they prefer younger women. They don't prefer older women. Most women prefer older men. That's just
no, we don't.
Yes, they do. Women do prefer older men. They don't. See, there's a lot of women in the community that don't. And it's a bad thing because these other people, these other cultures, they're doing it. Everybody with the black community. It's sad, man. So she's ready. But first, I got to read this. So Kendra's cooking on this one. She's usually cooking nowadays. But the reason why she's cooking, she's showing the delusion is at an all-time high. Look at this. Divorced mom to 4. Be able to afford the life she lives, minimum 150K. Of course, she has 4 kids. Says black women have woken up. If black women have woken up, you wouldn't have 4 kids. That's waking up. But anyway, let's see what you got to say.
Ready?
Is your name Star? Where are you calling me from?
San Antonio, Texas.
San Antonio, Texas. How old are you?
36.
36. What you do for a living?
I'm a consultant and I'm a student.
Consultant and a student. Do you have any kids?
I have 4.
How old are your 4? I would never think you would. I would have never thought you have 4 kids.
I do. My oldest son just graduated high school this week.
Yeah, she does look good for age, but she's kind of my age probably. And I don't look so much like my age. You see it a little bit in the eyes, but you couldn't really tell. But she looks good.
Okay. How old are your 4 kids?
My oldest is 18. And then I have a 14-year-old, 13-year-old, and 6 years old.
Are they all by the same man?
No, I was married twice. 3 is from my first marriage, and my youngest is from my second marriage.
Okay. And when did you get divorced last?
2019.
What are your deal breakers?
If he has children and he's never married, the baby mom, that's a deal breaker for me. And if he can't afford to live the life that I can live.
If he can't afford, so what amount of money would it take to afford the life that you live?
He has to make at least $150K.
Okay.
It's delusional.
He has to make at least $150K. Okay. Ooh, Shaw, you know that's big money, Shaw.
Not necessarily.
Woo! Let it be known. Okay. So you got to make at least $150K. So just for clarification, if he made $80,000, don't DM you.
No.
Oh, see?
I don't know. Is this something in the...
See, now, Kendra's cheering us on. That's not right. And she twitched a little bit when she said no. Of course she's going to date a man making 80K. Now, number one, how would she possibly know? Well, I know how. Because some women are doing this, but it still won't work. A guy will run. Some women are saying on dates now, how much do you make? Or they're positioned a different way. How much do you bring home monthly? Because if you ask that, and guys shouldn't say it, guys should really just walk out. But they're asking that because they're dividing. So, okay, at times in that by 12 and saying you bring home this. Say if a guy says, I make 3,600, they're gonna say, denied. Because 3,600 is probably like around $25 an hour, somewhere around there, around 50,000. Not going for it. But let's keep going.
Order, child, because the women coming on my show, clear, ain't stuttering.
We have woken up. So I think it's important. I think for a long time, women have just accepted what they felt like they could get. And many of them could have gotten more had they actually been. It's like, back in the day when they said if people knew that they were slaves, a lot more of them could have been freed. Black women have woken up at this point. We know that we can do better than what we.
No, actually, Black women are asleep. When it comes to income, we're at the bottom, right? When it comes to median household income, Black families are at the bottom. And we're the ones screaming the loudest about pay my bill, no 50-50. What's happening?
Done in our past. And so that's what we're going for.
So I'm assuming both of your ex-husbands made $150K or more.
No, neither of them did. I married young. I married at 19 or 20. And we met in college, and neither of us at the time had money. We were young. I had 3 kids. Well, I became a mom to 3 kids in 1 year. My oldest son, I adopted him. And then I gave birth to my 2 biological kids next in line. And so, no, he didn't have a lot of money at the time. Now he does very well for himself. He's older. And I'm not looking to date someone who's in their young 20s. So I would expect that any man who reaches out to me, he has also done well for himself at this age.
Okay. Shaw, this is going to be said, so I'm going to let you respond to it. Okay. Mm-hmm. Why would a man who makes $150K, potentially marry a woman that has 4 kids and her baby daddies or her ex-husband, because you were actually married, they didn't even make that requirement. So why, as a man that I have it, should I align myself with that? That's what I see in the comment section.
I understand 2 things. One, why would the man compare himself to someone that I chose when I was very young? That doesn't make sense because they're not his competition. And 2, why wouldn't that man want me?
I wasn't shocked at the audacity.
Why wouldn't he want me? Look, let me speed this up. This is
let me do the Kendra Cam now. Wait, move back a little bit. So, she said, why when a man want?
I'm fit, I'm gorgeous, I'm intelligent.
Now, you are sexy. 4 kids, 150,000. Guys aren't trying to sign up for that. Guys aren't. I'm not saying you can't find anybody. I'm not saying that. But you have to be reasonable. Yes, you're 40. You still need to be reasonable. You still need to be understanding. Why is that? Because you're going to have to be. Because a lot of guys are not going to sign up.
I attend Harvard University. I'm very successful in my own right, especially because I have 4 children. And I'm also not looking for a man who doesn't have children. I would prefer that the man has already been married at least once.
That in mind, fellas, never settle. These women raise their standards, raise yours. And settling for us looks different for women. Shout out to Kendra, you look amazing. Thank you, Lord and Leon. Okay.
I mean, when first of all, that doesn't make sense. Men have never settled.
Why do you say that?
Men, they don't settle. They go for, and this is the problem, because there could be a man who didn't deserve an awesome, I'm not going to curse, an awesome woman. But that awesome woman gives him a chance. And now he feels like, oh, well, these are the type of women that I can get because I've gotten one of these.
The audacity.
And they just shoot higher and higher and higher. Men, especially Black men, they're born with audacity. And so
she just explained woman. Yo, you know what's wild, right? More and more women sit around all day saying, I deserve this. I manifest this. I want this. I'm going to get this. Me, I'm getting this. 2024 is my year. Guys, I had shirts that said 2023 is my year. I made for somebody. But that's what women are saying. This is my year. This is the year of the woman. I'm manifesting it.
I'm not really sure where this whole narrative comes from, that men have been settling in the past and now they need to raise their standards. Your standards have already been higher than what you've even, deserved all this time. So humble yourself, King.
You can't make this shit up.
Aggie Foot Fan 87 said, a single man who makes 150K is a 0.8% to 1.9% man.
And the only people who start quoting those statistics are people who don't actually make that amount of money.
So if I wanted a high value man, what do I do?
Be reincarnated.
So I don't really need anyone who has to count their pennies in their bank account to try to tell me what a man who makes over 150K a year desires, because I don't have a problem getting the type of men that I'm interested in dating, or dating with, or marrying.
You didn't have one before, you just said it. So what? She's manifesting everything. You just said the men you had in the past didn't make that. So now you're manifesting it, hoping you're getting it. This is an issue. This is why guys have mentally checked out. You can see it all over this. Let me show another one from Kendra.
Because my baby father was on your show. The man in the attic with 5 kids.
Who's the man in the attic with 5 kids?
Back in February, it was a man that came on here talking about he looking for love and he drive Lyft and he makes $60,000.
Did he tell me he lives in the attic? Oh, did he call me from the attic?
Yes, him.
Okay. Hello?
Hey, Kendra, what's up? How you doing? Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you too, baby. I want to make sure your light is good. It could be my light. Let me see. I can work with this. What's your name, love?
My name is Gerald, Gerald.
Gerald?
Yes, Gerald.
Gerald, where you calling me from, babe?
I'm calling you from Oxon Hill, Maryland.
Maryland. Any children?
I do have children.
How many kids?
3 boys and 2 girls.
You have 5 kids?
5 kids, yes, I do.
What are your deal breakers?
My deal breakers, I can't do girls with little babies and baby father drama. That is definitely a deal breaker.
Now you got 4 baby mamas. You got any baby mama drama?
I don't have no baby mama drama, to be honest. No, none at all. I actually take care of my kids. I'm a good dad.
Let's spend here some time here, because I know life happens. Life has happened to me throughout life, and I speak about that. It wasn't always the life that I'm living right now. This has been a journey to get to this point, but this is going to be a conversation about you staying in someone's attic. So, what is the plan? Is the plan for you to eventually get your own
Oh yeah,
place?
I just moved back here recently, but I do plan on eventually getting another spot. Right now, I'm just working on it right now. I have a lot of debt and bills, so I'm trying to get that out of the way, take care of my priorities, and just do the right thing for the most part.
You living in your attic?
No, hell no. He living in his mother attic.
Okay, and the 5 kids are by you?
No, he only has 2 by me that he don't take care of. He told y'all that he don't have baby mama drama. This man had flat my tires, ran his car into the side of my car, and he got nerve. This man is psycho.
So he was on my show in February. So after that show, what happened?
His girlfriend that he was supposedly be dating, she had hit me up yesterday. That's how I found out about the video.
Well, wait a minute. So he has a girlfriend?
I guess they met through your app or something like that.
Okay. So he met a girl he came on my show when he met a woman.
Yeah.
And why did she?
And she was trying to give you an update as well.
What's her update?
Her update was he crazy and psycho. He got mad with her because she didn't want to have sex with him.
Oh, child. So this is your baby daddy. So wait a minute though. He said he was single, so he is single. What did he do wrong?
And he did. The girl he was with threw him out. The one that had 4 fingers, she only had 4 fingers.
What girl had 4 fingers? What's going on? Who had 4 fingers?
You see what basically happened, right? She contacted Kendra to throw all kinds of smut on the man's name. He didn't do nothing wrong. She introduced to the world that he had baby mama drama, which is what? She's the baby mama drama, as you see. She's the baby mama drama right there. So she showed it's real. I'm his baby mama drama. I'm his headache. I'm sure Kendra's thinking the same thing. Kendra's like, so he didn't do nothing wrong. So he is single. So what's the whole point? What point are you trying to prove? The man's not on his feet? So what? Who cares? He'll mess around and find a woman out there that may want to deal with a guy that's trying to build. There's not a lot, but there's some women out there. But for the most part, and I'm being real, I'm being realistic, for the most part, most women don't want to get with a guy trying to build. Hence, everybody's screaming, I want a guy making 100,000. So therefore, what's happening right now is guys are doing this. He actually introduced me to his mom as his wife. Even we just started dating, and his family is very supportive of our decision to have a civil wedding. So this man introduced her to his mom as his wife. Now, why did he do that? Why did he introduce her to his mom as his wife? I'll tell you how. The man probably most definitely met her already, right? And then also he met her. Now, what it is you'll know almost right away. You'll know right away if a woman's wife material. So he met a Filipina, who's gorgeous, by the way, as you've seen, right? Who's ready to get on his plan. That, just like that man wants to too as well. But he's down and out. His baby mama's trying to drag him back on the dirt. This man went out to where he's supposed to go and found a woman ready to give it all. And he felt that right away, right? When I first met my wife and I started working online, I started hiring Actually, I worked with her. She helped me develop the plan. We started hiring Filipinos. I did that with her. So I knew right away she's my wife, but I couldn't say she's my wife yet. Why? I didn't meet her. So as I was playing with the other guy, he probably met her, seeing she was the one, and all it takes is 2 to 3 months. And then also 2 or 3 months of living with the person to see the mistakes they make, to see their habits, right? And then also 2 or 3 months to get to know them. So within that time, you go, she's the one. And if there's somebody calling me on, she's the one. Play that song, hoping to get copyrighted. And at that time, guys realized
This is the way.
Passport, bro. Passport, no. Definitely more to life. and deal with that nonsense I was going through back home. See you next video.
Imagine where you will be, and it will be so. Brothers, what we do in life echoes in eternity.